There was a poll on my Instagram between Zenyatta and Lucio just barely won. If you would have preferred Zenyatta, well, maybe next time, get on my Instagram and vote!
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Sports Boy. Back at it again with another dope video on Macro's channel. Now, you guys have come here because you want to learn how to do Lucio right. Well, not only am I an expert on Lucio, I'm also an expert in skating. On top of that, I thought since he's a healer, we'd be rocking them Heelys. If there's like a tier list of skates, you probably have like skates are like F tier, Heelys, A tier. Anything Lucio does, I can do better. Like Lucio, I can wall ride. Easy. What does Lucio do? He speed boosts on his skates. Actually, really hurt. Oh, my knee. I can barely feel my legs. Are they good? Oh my God. Oh no. Okay, like Lucio, we can heal. Heal. Oh, it's not working. Oh God, we need the real Lucio now. Lucio, where are you?
Lucio Correia dos Santos grew up in the favelas of Brazil. Lucio wanted to help lift the spirits of the people around him who faced constant hardship, and he found an outlet in music. He performed in street corners, parties, and even big underground shows, becoming well known in his local community in Rio. Then, the Vishkar company came. This is the same corporation that Symmetra works for, by the way, just so you know. And they secured a contract to redevelop the city. But instead of improving the lives of his people, the Vishkar corporation exploited the population as cheap labor and even arrested people for whatever they deemed as lawless. Lucio had enough. He stole Vishkar's sonic technology that was used to suppress his people, and instead he used it as a way to rally his people into action. This uprising drove Vishkar out of their neighborhoods. Lucio became a star overnight as a symbol of positive social change. His music was #1 around the globe, and now he sells out stadiums everywhere he goes. So while he was never officially a part of Overwatch, in the Overwatch 2 trailer, Lucio partners with Overwatch to stop an Omnic uprising in Rio. So maybe in Overwatch 2, he'll finally be a part of the organization. Now that you know who Lucio is, let's learn how to play him, shall we? Lucio is the DJ hero. Whoa, not that type of DJ hero. So it would make sense that his arsenal involves sound. Lucio's weapon is the sonic amplifier. This gun shoots sound in the form of projectiles in 4-round bursts, doing 20 damage each. It may not do that much damage on paper, but it can be what the team needs to finish off weaker enemies. But don't be surprised if you're able to kill tanks as Lucio. No. The gun also has no damage fall off, which is nice for securing kills from a distance. However, what really makes this gun terrifying is its sound wave. But all the cool kids, we call it boop. The boop is like an extra shot in your gun that can be what you need to finish a fight or save your life. But most importantly, the boop pushes enemies off of some maps. This makes Lucio scary. The most obvious maps to do this are Ilios, Nepal's Shrine, and where I found the most success with my boops, Rialto.
99% sure it'd be flat border if I played only on this. Boop! 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 And I hit another one too. Boop! There you go. Oh, it's big.
Sometimes the boop stops enemies from touching a point, guaranteeing a win. But most of the time, you're just booping enemies because of the joy it brings you deep down inside.
Oh, got him. Oh, big.
Be warned, Reinhardt, who used to be the easiest guy to boop, is unboopable now, so it's really not worth going for him anymore. The boop can be useful for booping enemies into your teammates' ultimates. You can even boop rezzing Mercies out of their resurrection. Trust me, it's worth it.
Good stuff, boys! Mercy. She's trying to res, she couldn't! I booped her. That's what you gotta do. You gotta boop your mercies when they try to res.
One of Lucio's passive abilities is wall riding. Lucio can ride walls for an unlimited distance, and when he wall rides, he gets a 30% buff to his speed. This can get Lucio into very, very high places. That means weaker enemies can't run away from you, not even vertically, which makes Lucio especially good for annoying Widowmakers. Seriously though, if you can move really well as Lucio, Widows will have a tough time hitting you. Enemies on the high ground will fear the wrath of Lucio. But most importantly, wall riding is what makes Lucio the king of stalling points. Just change up your movement and enemies will hate you. Now Lucio, believe it or not, is a healer. His ability Crossfade allows him to heal teammates within a 12-meter radius for 16 healing a second. But you get the most healing done when you amp it up, which heals allies' health 52 points a second for 3 whole seconds. While this can be nice to heal your healers and slowly heal tanks, the reason why Lucio has had a high pick rate since day 1 is the other part of Crossfade, his speed boost. You can choose to speed boost you and your team instead of healing, making you guys move 25% faster or 60% faster when amped up. This is amazing for helping your team push a fight or helping your team get out of a fight. You can taxi, or I guess Uber, your fallen teammates, which means you speed boost them from spawn back into your team. Once you have these abilities down, you'll be able to combine them and flow freely into victories.
Wait, Macro, don't leave me.
I'm not leaving you completely.
I'm fragging him kind of.
Oh, Anna's one. I got the Anna. I got the Anna. I got the Anna. Ah! Best Lucio in the game. Oh no, I got pinned! Ah!
Lucio's ultimate is Sound Barrier. When you use this, you and your teammates in a 30-meter radius will get 750 temporary shields that deplete over 7 seconds. You're going to want to use it to save a key part of your team,
Let's break it. Damn!
which may sometimes be you.
Let's break it. Damn!
And you didn't even know it. But it is best used to counter other big ultimates, like a Genji Blade. When you hear that voice line, break it down! But don't get stunned or slept before hitting the ground, or it will be gone forever, like my happiness. When you are stalling for your team, you should use it as soon as other teammates arrive, and it can turn the fight around. The king of stall, baby! Look, I may not be the best Lucio, but nobody can wall ride as good as I do.
Hey, now just get the
So listen to these pro tips. Number 1, practice Lucio rollouts from spawn to get back to your team fights faster. What that means is using the speed you get from wall riding and jumping off the walls to get yourself back to your team in record time.
Time to accelerate. I am loving this. Let's break it. Damn!
You just gotta practice. Number 2, when Sombra hacks you, it makes it so you can't heal or speed or wall ride. And her EMP also negates your ultimate.
Let's break it.
So when you know the enemy team has a Sombra, wait for the EMP and then use your ultimate safely. It's important to position yourself away from the team before you ultimate because you don't want Sombra to even hack you in the process. Number 3, sometimes enemy teams are holding a choke too well, and in those scenarios, break them up by capturing the point behind their backs. This even worked in pro play recently. Number 4, don't become a Reddit Lucio. These are Lucio players that go deep flanking, trying to get cool kills or spawn camp, but you should be really helping your team instead. Getting a sick boop isn't worth your team being down their healer. But if you're gonna flank, learn where Lucio can and can't go. You noob? Lucio has been one of the most consistently good heroes in Overwatch. Since the game has come out, he has always been picked and useful. He's fun, he's fast, but for noobs, he has an extremely high skill ceiling. Sure, you can get value out of him in low ranks, but in the higher ranks, his movement becomes more important than anything. In my opinion, he's very easy to pick up, but extremely difficult to master. But what do you guys think? Do you think Lucio's easy? Do you think Lucio's hard? Do you think Lucio deserves some buffs? Or do you think Lucio deserves some nerfs? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want me to make more Overwatch content, my stream and I agreed that at 420 subs on Twitch, I will make McCree for Noobs. So if you really want that video to come out, go to my Twitch and give your boy a sub. Alright guys, my legs are still broken, so I need to fix that. I'll catch you later, ya noob.
No, he pile drive. Why would he do that? That was perfect.